This is the Royal Financial Investment Group. Once again, this is Prince Dice here, coming to you guys with another great video. Today's video is going to be about growth stock. What are growth stocks? Some people call them glamour stock or, growth stock. But before I start the topic, as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. If you got any questions, leave some comments below. And don't forget to hit the like button, share button, all of the good stuff. But I don't have a lot of time. I definitely know you guys don't have a lot of time. So today's topic is growth stock. What the hell is a growth stock? So for example, you can look up one that comes to mind immediately is Under Armour. Now, what a growth stock is a stock that's usually a little bit more risky, and it's made for exactly what it says, growth. It's supposed to give you the maximum amount of growth. Now, the characteristic of a growth stock is it usually has a high PE ratio, and it pays little to no dividends. Most of the time, no dividends. Because when a company pays out dividends, it takes its retained earnings and it pays it out to the shareholders. What a growth stock does is saying, hey, instead of me paying you these dividends, we can put this back into the company and keep the money in the company, and we can grow the company. Meaning that you will make your money on the value of the stock rising, because we're going to keep putting this money back into the company, back into the company, back into the company. Now, the risk with growth stock is that the only way you can make money from a growth stock is when the stock goes up. It doesn't pay you any dividends, nothing like that. It's perceived as being risky. It's perceived as being most of the time overvalued because it has a high PE ratio. So you're saying, okay, Prince, that's great, but how can I look at a company, right? So let's take Under Armour, for example. When you look here, you look at the PE ratio Under Armour, 87.04, trailing 12 months, right? Now, when you're comparing a PE ratio, you got to remember you just can't compare with any stock. You have to compare it with stocks that are in that same industry. So how can you do that? You can go straight up here where it says apparel and accessories. Click on it. Now, when you go to apparel and accessories, it's going to give you the industry comparison. So you're going to be able to say, okay, this is the industry sector, 2.8 million or whatever, but we're going to look right here at the PE. In this industry, 28.57 is the industry average. Now, what was the Under Armour's on PE ratio? It was 87, right? So as you can see that it's very high compared to the industry average. Also, you can look down and you can see the dividends. The average dividend in this industry is 1.08. How much dividends did Under Armour give you? None. So it has the characteristics of being a growth stock. Most people will consider Under Armour to be overvalued. In my opinion, I love the company, but I'm not a big fan of the stock, right? Especially when the stock market's trading at an all-time high and it's still going high. So when that sell-off comes, or when interest rates probably get raised, it's probably a trigger a sell-off, and the growth stocks are probably going to take a big blunt of the fall. Now, when the next market downturn comes, sell-off comes, and you're looking to get into something, a growth stock will be the best. But when the economy or the market is at this peak, getting a growth stock, this is just my personal opinion, getting a growth stock is, to me, wouldn't be the wisest thing, because the market moves in cycles. So now when the market's on a downturn and it's down, that's when it's best to get a growth stock, because a growth stock is usually going to grow higher and faster than a dividend paying stock. So Under Armour is a prime example, but you can do this with any stock. You can look up a stock, you can look at the PE ratio, you can compare it to the industry. Over here will tell you how many dividends they're paying. And you also can compare that to your industry as well, and you can tell what stocks or whatever is fall into the category of being a growth stock, or aka a glamour stock. So I hope this video was useful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and as always, until the next video, be safe.